welcome. It is December 2022, and it's time once again for the Karen Bernison Designer Challenge. This month, Karen challenged the team to use the same die in a different way. She chose the Fireplace Pop-up to show how versatile it can be. She provided us with a list of themes, special occasions, and holidays to choose from. I chose school and decided to literally go old school. This paper is vintage paper from Graphic 45, and I'm sure it's no longer available, but if you're like me, you probably have some in your stash if you like Graphic 45 papers. I made the closure as Karen has showed in one of her previous videos, and I linked that below for you so you can see how to make it. You open this card, bring the front back. I've used the Fireplace Pop-up to make the teacher's desk. I decided it would be fun to use the new charms from the bookworm charms to put a cup full of pencils on the teacher's desk, along with an apple and her glasses laying on the desk. Down below the desk, you'll see some stacks of books. Those are also from the bookworm charms. To make the desks for the students, I used the new BAM box, and I had so much fun creating this. So you know, like if you remember the old one-room schoolhouse pictures, one desk is connected to the other. The desk part is on the back of the chair of the person in front of them. And so I have constructed it to appear that way. This is not going to be a full how-to video, but I am going to show you how I constructed the desks and put them in the card. So let's get started. Okay, so when I decided that I wanted to make these little student desks, I decided to look through my dies and find a shape that I thought would be appropriate. And strangely enough, the one that happened to be it is the top hat for the Snowman Add-ons. Now this little guy is made for the hat, and it has a crease line and two little indentations there that makes it fold down. But I didn't need that for my desk, so I just simply cut that off right across there. So there's the shape of the back of the desk that I was looking for. I made all of these things in different colors so it'd be easy for you to see on camera. I decided that I needed my little BAM boxes. I knew that right away, but I needed them just a slight bit smaller. So I cut them down just a tiny, tiny bit, like 1/8 of an inch on each side, to make them more narrow, so that they look like the seat of a desk. Now if you're going to do this, don't cut off these little notches because you need those to hold the rubber band in. So now that I had that done, I attached the back to the BAM box. And you don't have to do this, but the easiest way for it to work correctly is if you put this little exposed rubber band in the front. In the long run, it's not going to make any difference, as you can tell on here. I put a little extra piece right across here to kind of disguise that, and right here. So the rubber band doesn't really show, but that's entirely up to you. I do things a little differently. Okay, so now I have my desk made, as you can see. And what I want to do next is add the desk. Now this little piece here is going to be the desktop. So I made it 1.5 inches approximately. You might need to cut it down a little bit by 1 inch this way. And then I put a score line 1/4 inch on each end. And you'll see why in just a second. This little thing, and then it ends up to be about 1 inch square. So I'm going to set that there. That's going to be my desktop for there. And I need to have another desk. So hold on just a minute while I make that. Okay, so I made a second desk, and that one is going to go in the back, and this is going to be our desktop. So what I want to do, since I know it's difficult for you to see acetate on camera, I made this little blue strip, and let's pretend that that's acetate. You really can't see it, but let's pretend. So I'm going to when this sets up, it's going to look just like this, and this is going to be at the top of the desk. So now what I want to do is decide on my second chair how far up I want that. So I think that looks just about right. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the chair That way I can adjust for what I need, right down the center of that. Okay, so now the chair's going to sit like this. Whoops, like this. So I want to put this just a little bit of space there. You know, you got to have room for the legs. Okay, so I'm going to put that just like that. Now, this is showing blue. It's not going to show if you use acetate. So then this is all extra. So I'm just going to clip that off right there. So we have something that looks really strange like this. So what we're going to do is put some glue right on here. We're going to set the desk down and we're going to put it as level as we can get it, and we're going to butt it right up to the chair behind or in front of us. So that's going to be just like that. I'm going to put that straight across, push that glue down. And then you're going to have something that looks like this. And once you glue it down, it's going to look like they're connected. I'm not sure if that helps, but please stop by my blog, which is linked below, and I have more pictures and more instructions for you. Until then, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.